2 chapters of your manifesto no eka dia ye babeto ye ene dia yetumi aye ye ka dia yetumi aye wi a na fe dia yakọ ye commitment ana ye koye nim no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eni so ade hu da eso a owo ema oman no na ye 2024 manifesto no the man yes strong ko ne say ye the manifesto no esi enan ana say foundation bia na enkane no na ye nyanya wo man we mu nti manifesto no hwe niam a ye no aye di say asoman no etumi sisi yie no na ya kire kwa ebe fa so ye bebo ho ban ye wia e ya hwe de aka ye ntumi ye no so de na sese ye na yetumi etumi edekoyenim. For example, senior munu nyina be ya dwen say oman we ade bakon for a very long time na edi yenya eye okay homesua honsem apomode honsem yen road infrastructure nenumpo menka road nko a mede transport infrastructure inti road ka ho railways ka ho marine and so eka ho ene aviation we are human nsem so eyade bakon na higher adwe. Into the biggest question is that for the past 8 years no na saying na asaniema we isiti na DNA to me aye
and about research my impact before and after.
And that is why Mimi Gidi say about where kwakotu you know after all the shades are be true propaganda ye be ye kasentia we say politics there senator de bia we say obi dingu no hu fie boawo because no man yetie no kra de otie no mfa na dwen den emma no. But I am thinking that beyond saniema we nyina no say sanso back na ebisa ye ho say Ghana nsem no say netie na hwan ene ye gidi say afie na ye da ye nim no obetumi pia yen akoye nim no kra ne say there is no point in the life of any country their omani penyina omotumi aye enunti na neme no ka say even almighty America kromo koto aba November ba omugu so che niam omoba omobeye ensa niam na omoka no enye different from niam ye ka ho asem. The central theme of every state are the same. Oko America omo campaign na Kamala Harris and Trump here no housing edimu akotin jobs edimu akotin health edimu akotin businesses edimu akotin. In fact, for a very long time in the history of a friend is saying America, in these elections, they are discussing road infrastructure.
America?
Yes. To the extent that Kamala Harris is speaking about intervention or the better kwemu in rehabilitating and improving road networks.
Because Nansem will be pa mekofa Queens Albany ho tutu.
Yeah. Enti obia obema yadwen say ye kwakoto aba na uwa abayimu enti uni hu kwan say obaba be catch me say me ba me yesi you know the person is missing the point. And that's why I keep asking the enti ye kokoto aba ne say ye won pempen su bia ye behia kende ni bi na wahwe ne ma bia ya amayen eno nkire say the ananke pese ye nyina ye nsaka enunti na in the year 2004 mampeni kufo no your mampeni so obekaya all elections no or say so far so good. Okay, senior, that was his 2004 so far so good. That was on mampeni kufo me say it was fair say baby say now your mampeni and now san call and I'm quite so say catch say ye nto ba man aba be I didn't dey was ba be no ye. It's simply because you were 4 years for a buy no say on fan sheshe niema say wo pew say wo mpew enye niema wo pese wo ye nyina na obetuma na within 4 years into the how ye say 4 years no so a na wa hwe pempen so a ya ba bedu no na we bisa wo say baby ye gina ne no 4 years a day nimu no die na ebetumi asanso aye. That is why offer manifesto now you realize that manifesto no class still doesn't fix all our issues forever and ever. Because any idea obetumi manifesto be fix your problems in either day. Amaye enti manifesto we so e be ye bia ka baby ye wonum na ye kodu 2028 nso a ya hwe se empempen so be ne ya ba bedru baby ye dru no emfie na ye day nimu no die na ebetumi ye day aye. And that is why this manifesto says that between the year 2017 ebepem 2020 senior obia bedia dance say or my way in terms of your economic growth it was without question. Bebia ebe for mine in the year 2017 GDP, inflation, exchange rate, reserves, every aspect of our economy improved drastically between 2017 to 2020. And no exchange bien ni ho. Eso say ye pew. Say ye pew. Ye bedu 2020 no. Ye benya akwanhie bi. Na eto de bia sama make kan say bia wudwin say bia eye excuse aban we use a no be sa ho say okay oman bi wo ho a ono so ekotru sa akwanhie ni mu ana oman bi ani ho de a let us say excuse but so oman bi wo ho de a and ye be den say obetumi aka say excuse. Then we quickly look around. Senior, there is not a single country in the world if we are say for na ba company wa ye be ka say neme no ka say on go through economic struggles and until all place will be in Wefrim. UK today, me no can say up to now, the United Kingdom is still struggling to get out of the economic crisis.
Near money be all crana like Costco, Asda, no near the idea. Oh, twa, yamount to 2.
Oh, at some point, Germany, at some point last year, almost short say is some any oil. At some point, in fact, over Kaya 2022. It's an economic crisis in the UK. Almost kate, almost change your prime ministers. I think twice or 3 times within 6 months because of this. Emma Yanka say ni abe macro binya exchequer position you kwesi party. Do baby cry no. E ko fa problem e pa mo because yes say ade na oye no hu so. Emma the prime minister so ye dey ekoi. Inti oman bia e ko true. United States senior me no ka say almost do 40% high inflation. Omu e fa say 40-year high inflation omu hu bida. In the last 40 years, almost sheer inflation across to that level. It's clearly no, the world is going through a lot. I was being told about 2 weeks ago. Say, "Oko China container, na $1,000, $2,000. If you work na $1,500, I say then I'm $7,500, any $8,500. Nancy yemu sa kana ya." Ship you from the Africa. A friend say Israel for ne Hamas for instance minti a hot tension ba ho enti say containers ifi abuchimemu China ne are na ba entumi fa saa e ho no emma enti e konwan kwan tententin enti e ma freight cost e koso. What it means is that e be affecting the man na ye dey ye fifi abuchi no e demu ha niema e wo ha ye use yi emu be 80% me gidi say fi Turkey edu baby no Turkey inflation e koya kodu 80%. Enti say okoto microphone fi Turkey $100 a month before na buy ya o say akoto bi ma akọ $180 e ka no ye remember consumer no e wo my way mu enti say pew e yo how ni abebresa ni akwanhia ye ba be hia ye be no nkire say wo ya ban na wo hia sa akwanhia na obetom sa ko wiem na waka se mabre mintumi ye ho hwe nti de ampe bi amonye enu nti na efi 2020 ho a bepem nei aban we ya dane ne o man kakranka to make sure say in spite of the difficulties no you bet you ma Ghana ni ho ahehan no senior okwa amayaman foforo so a enda fam kra wo Nigeria hey you say Nigeria they've been protesting for the last 1 month. You say you are aware.
Yeah.
In the northern part of Nigeria, they've been protesting for the last 1 month. In fact, Nigeria, they are breaking into supermarkets and malls and the shops. Okay, say Nigeria somewhere last year. Now almost the sika. I don't know if you recall.
Yeah.
They were buying money with money. Nigeria. Edu baby na okọ ATM unye sika yi. Nti obi kreska. O de na mana. No so de ite bia wo ma no 1000 no ma 800. So ati ase dollar e won Nigeria and no pay bi kra wen den. Anya. Nti we really need to understand say a lot of countries are going through a lot of crisis. And for us as a country, no, say your politics pa na ye na enye say bia mijina ha pa dia senior. I can tell you without any shadow of doubt say in all humility say ye nya ban papa. We check in the midst of crisis. Nesefo ye tuomoka. Teacherfo ye tuomoka. In the midst of crisis, ye fa nesefo dwumum, ye fa teacherfo dwumum.
And this for say. Mo sheda. Mo nim sa ka be 3 months me be to aba. Mo si ye fa ni 15,000. Na mo fa mo wi a na mo ntimi ntua mo kanti o mo de o mo nko o mo nyen fa o mo ba betua ka. Afi mo pese mo de nya vote.
Sina wo say NDC for no typically nankasa no. Election way aye dia mo. Nti nsem bi wo mo kan hu ne tie hu ne nan. Sina unim say no government in the history of the Fourth Republic has recruited nurses, doctors, and health professionals within 8 years than the MPP has done. So 15,000 or more cano. And no quality recruitment in the last 8 years. Anna.
Oh, there be.
Yeah, ba bemuno. Not necessary tifie, but what you necessary tifia. NDC for 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016. In fact, let me put it on record. For the entire 4 years of former President Mahama presidency, no, next 4 years school under his presidency in the year 2019, year recruitment at the finance for no, you conform from 2013, 2014, 2015,
because there was a freeze on employment.
Exactly. No,
okay.
It's true. There was a freeze on public sector employment. Especially teachers, nurses, and the cake out. And there's no doubt about that. But that should tell you, say, so Baba catcher will say, yeah, Kotwaba, 18 a year for nurse for 15,000. Now, Bisa will say, nurse for the one I have in the past 8 years, you know. And no, how do you account for that? Now, we are aware, say, you see, NDC, I can open the letter and read to you. November 2016, aka 2 weeks, Kotwaba, no, almost for nurse for my way. In fact, release financial clearance recruiting us for. Now what happened is that because it was so close to the elections, recruitment in a and they got to aba. You to aba December no more finance for. You lose elections no December no more finance for. You see, when it's time for serious business, see the men possible allowing you now if you say 13th for say 18th December and almost sign a friend is saying contract to the box site in Man Crovo. Even on the 6th of January 2017, NDC for signing contracts. There's nothing wrong with that because until somebody hand you over a Riano or Independence Square, now new president and I swear no president. There's nothing wrong with that. And see, what is the big deal? If I buy now one finance for any teacher for Obiano. Or say finance for any teacher for nti anyabia yenya financial clearance yebetumi finance for no yenka say about 20 yemfa omo yebejo matena fie ti say na wujo mo tefe 4 years na and the fact of the matter is say in spite of the crisis senior there is not a single public sector employee obeka chosa bosumi aso abayin to be ntuaneka. In fact, even in the crisis we are increasing public sector salaries even in the crisis. Okay, say somewhere in 2015, what's it about?
So recent year, I'm saying 23%.
23 to 25%. Yeah. Okay, say under the NDC, when they encountered crisis, almost the 3 months pay policy be by. See, now you can't blame them because the economy was struggling. So the easiest way for them was to cut corners. Into what was happening, they say, or you about 1 year. I buy say even though why 1 year no. You can say me to 12 months by Miniska. Intimate you 3 months. Next me, or you do 1 year. Yes, Miniska. Intimate you 3 months. Normal friend pay a friend is saying 3 months pay policy. But we haven't seen that under this government. In fact, 2020 crisis in the buy, it's only the your friend is a health crisis in Inti. A buy was forced to employ a lot more nurses at that time and introduce additional allowances and incentives at that time to ensure that we protect the lives of this country. And then we say senior over 5 million Ghana from over 5 million and a senior high school education more a buying or mine etu omohoka free. Maminka semitro bra kwame every 2017 bepemune a buying a spending over 129 billion on free senior high school nkwa. 129 billion on free senior high school nkwa. You triple the amount of money we spend on senior high school from 6 billion a year to 18 billion every year. But
so what here his excellency John Dramani Mahama on free senior high school oba expand the infrastructure beba enrollment in the cost nempo or the about private schools ni na oba enroll no na
I keep saying this. They be make us the same way. Hwe say obi be catch us say me ba me yes ya mo wa me any problem aden na say your Ghana your problems na the same. It's solutions no normally similar. Me how am me wo e former president who say yen tunte so to fam en sign fire teacher man yeden enfa e Ghana any nipa e ho ade 2008 wabra na free senior high school enyam be ye policy kra na ye ka ho asem keke kra no wonu political party ye advert mako 46 etia policy na enyam mayo say enya de papa. In fact Lee Okran, Minister for Education under the NDC etina TV so e kan say free senior high school no enya possible nanka eyade ye betumi aye anka Kwame Nkrumah ye na Kwame Nkrumah ntumi aye ne de na nche ande betumi na even the Soviet Union kra entumi ama secondary education and ye free okawo TV so senior and the General Secretary of the NDC Fifi Kote ekaye ofre press conference e catch am say free senior high school na ye promise no all lie be lie 419 policy senior NDC 4-year protest e waka kwan ho e march ye e bo band free education 419 free education 419 omampeni dada John Dramani Mahama e jina Ghana fo nyina enim catch am say I will not implement free senior high school education on the whimsical promises of a desperate politician. Me true ni say me sorry enye free senior high school because politician be to say Kufuor or say chinchinachi and say your mampeni promise it. Senior, even after we brought free senior high school education, omo catch and say free senior high school education ebema the quality of education akofem. Nyame adom quality na akofem. The performance of the free senior high school graduates, it is better than every WASSE resource we have seen in the past. When that resource also came out, the same former president the catch Ghana for you say, oh, adiana krano, wiaye. Na no teacher for the car bomu wiaye, and yes, sir, and come to me nyasa resource no. Senior, and no, anything as over the catch and say, all of a sudden, free senior high school that we go in fear, yes, and your mama keke afi de ebusafo montoma me na sa montoma me a omo di ade ne ba no ko mahu ye omo na ade ne yom dai so no omo hu ye omo ade ne yom ni so ade hu no omo hu ye mi mu wa be kaseti aye mi am se mi nigide wom mi am se enye possible mi am se mi o 2 billion am friendship no me metumi aye mi ye sen bi ode ade ne ba ye no senior does it add up sebe o wadaro ma ade nchi you but say ukasa se we kira oba 9-year-old cry we say dada oh me kai say enye possible say yebe chimchim other aspect of free senior high school. There are so many other aspects of free senior high school we need to continuously improve. But whatever between the person who brought the policy and the person who spoke against the policy and fought it no yakasa chusu ba ko nanya gidie wo ni mu say obetumi improve ya hwan na obefa na wunim abakosem bi wo ho amenkai wo ade ba ko ntia Ghana fonje jo mahama any NDC ND his excellency any NDC ND on their promises no any okay national health insurance scheme
sure
a blob of pampeni ko for the national health insurance scheme eba in 2003 no unim say their NDC for yetia free senior high school policy sa pepe na mo yetia national health insurance. In fact, omo boycott the passage of the national health insurance cry in parliament. Omo say Ghana yendu pempenso a ye betumi afọ man sika etu obi a ho ayaresa ho ka. But for the record, we are aware say NDC PNDC in the health pay cash and carry by until the 1988 no. Now we are aware say Ghana ni entuya health ka e hospitals. So we are aware. It's the NDC they introduce cash and carry in our healthcare system in this country. Fast forward, on mampeni kufuor by, you know, say Ghana fool. I didn't think this would be yare. E wo kukua ayesuwa no. Na ese ni sika on ninti. No wo. O waka obi anadwo desuo mu no wo. Obi ti pai no oni sika o de beko hospital immediately no wo. Ye ntumi nchechire oman sa kwan no so. Nti se ne etie bia si ye ho chi yen si ye ho nchi yen si ye whiskey asoman si ye niska asoman apomudin wo nsam nko ade ye ntua ho ka ye tua ne ye sika nyina asakra enye hwe ino de national health insurance scheme ye den e baaye omugu national health insurance scheme hu fi e kan say tax a NHI tax a national health insurance tax a mampeni ko for de aba no e criminal
sa levy no
nti omo ma ho kwan e manemba omo baaye no betu mu. Now do you know what happened? In 2008, yeah, koto ba na afede mu say, "Hey, afede health insurance no, ababe crucial. So we a political party na say one car health insurance no one say me ye pa there. There was no way about winning elections because everybody was happy. In fact, to date, me did say, "Ubi so bia wo my we so nka policy ba ko Ghana ha. Ghana ni bia ni jenwa a health insurance because eno na ma hie ni etutumi story kwaji apobodin. Now they realize that hey, elections here ending. You see a peko in biso near the whole better health insurance. So do you know what they did? When we start here, oh, health insurance and kwa kofo we here. Yeah, mutuma ya. Sa premium na afibia mutua every renew health insurance no. You buy no one time. Enti wo no utua sa premium no ba akopa untua biem kopenta ma.
Yeah, Professor Mills pencil.
Ai.
Okay.
Untua biem kopenta ma obewu. Na ye na ebetumi aye ade ni ye ntimo ntoma ye. Ugidi se we Ghana ni na otesa asemu ya umfa. Health insurance aba e de opomuden hu se makoyie untua hwe. Afobia be promise say o. Renewal na kra no. Na mo otua de ba akopɛ untua biem kopenta ma obewu a. So obaji afa. Ghana fo gina eno so. Eto aba ma former president Mahama and former president Atamels. NDC aban. For 80 years omoba abemu. They never mentioned anything about one-time premium health insurance. In fact, the only time Omoka and Wasemono, the General Secretary of Fifikweti, Fafo Nabugo, Fifikweti or National Health Insurance, Ekache Ghana for say, Sa promise be no Mayeno, it was overly ambitious and yet realistic. In Tanya don't bet me, Sambano, near to Abba Momowi, ye young Shia, Muntaka, Honorable Muntaka. Kama pressure bow so 2014-2015 no SEO more relax 2016 by second quarter they implemented one time premium. Ya koko to aba in 2016 they will never mention anything about one time premium. You know mudifi abemu. The same game plan. Yen kasantia free senior high school. Yen gu hufi. Yen to humpe. About one brasso. Ade no ehia Ghana for power. 5.7 million people. Senior. It means that anya shekra ya fa say busu bia de emienu kra over 2.5 million households 2.5 million households and are benefiting from free senior high school. It is one of the most powerful political tools that any political party can have. I'm telling you, do not play with the free senior high school policy. Whether osikeni ana ohieni, the fact that oba ebeko school ofa ne baga na oko school sikana ankempo wodi baba kotua ne school fees no utumi the top provisions ni bi yedai eka homa no ana ne mpagbo bi owo no sempo wo yesikani a aka beto shoe ba kwa mana utumi nya sa sika no eto mienu no. Don't play with such a policy. Free senior high school the only policy a create equity among the poor and the rich to dream and believe say They can be anything they want to be in this world. Me, I know what I'm talking about. And you can see I'm getting emotional. So what's in a classroom? I'm a teacher near back classroom. I bet Pam with classroom there. You
do exam time and we must that list never.
I'm telling you. Now a boom spirit. A cool soon. There was swing to be few team. Now all prepare for exams, no. A son is a dear chair who shows a best back class in tea. They are all kind of crampono and cool team. Now be dear say Meti Okwapman School Assembly Hall. Nikasia pa. Na yasese ya huni ye true exams. Na beza. Na utroni na na gate. Utroni na na gate. Na when you tria say beza e wura na okra sheet of paper. Na wafo akogina stage no so. Ni eba be frel. Na wugina ho saa ni abeto book nim na wudi bezachi. Nothing kills the spirit of a young child than that. Nothing. Eti say usore na wu say obi a good free senior school mufia. Let me also tell you another thing that free senior school does. And now me tia me no kase. I make kokwa aboagye me feel like me to be jina stage so. Now me jina vice president of the Republic of Ghana ho. Now me to be moderating the program man no. Education. Because senior say wo call ate. Now ko hu de bia me fi e wa abegye dia. Wo be bi say won say ye school. E na me nya opportunity a me call ya. Enka kwan ben na nka mefa so. Na me ne cantonment for ma. Na me de laboni fomba etumi nya opportunity atena dan ba komu na me no medi nkomo. Why do you want to deny other children this opportunity? And I'm a living example of how a poor person's child, of how people who are vulnerable omomba enso betumi nya opportunity. Otherwise dem biem osikani betumi awo ne ba na nko school kra obegbi adwuma no de ne ba na yeden ato ano adan ye papa kwa me despite we be a piece FM boa or when the banana nko school or pa obetua kan say nko school no pe bia be production assistant edwuma na ye beche no wesua na edwuma no your pe e no ye e ma ne ba no meboa na me papa ni bi me ma me ye teacher eti se me no se me nya kwan nko school a e die na me de me bra e ba be ye na wa ko school senior na bia ye ya say wo be ko school no wo be ko kwa mind day 1 no untu ya school fees ni ye enti when we school ni no ya ma wo chete no kwa na wakodom no wakonya bebiada na wo tetete na wo nam denchi utumi ko shut down class saa
ayi Prempeh college crowd here obi a onim Prempeh college bia wo wa na beza office no left and assembly hall no right it wo ni amagu assembly hall nanim no wa wura ho
I'm telling you me say me go school me ko shut down class because it's a strategy me mama if you be use no say time no be so a no ko apply for loan no if you GCB na ye process ye ma ye be school it first 1 week dey o be try my process na koso o so ntumi ntrafie enti wona nam kwan ho e ready a no send ya ma na dey akotua now what happens is that because we try and ma baby nda to the whole day now shut down class and na do 9 pm no wa be sin boko no wa ko she dem na your house master Mr. Debra Nyankopon fa ne crancy one ye lucky na Mr. Debra so mu a mba obetwa wo no asa me na metua fees no me na anya me na asa metua school fees no me ma me na deka na me no ye twa me ma na se me ma me atumi abre ni moja eni abre ni moria eni abɔ me ho ka na nyame adom metumi anya metie didi ma wa bedu se ya me nke bi ma free senior high school ana because ayo bia no benya ma me te se me ma me na watumi atete na hontuma nyina ahwe me sese what you say it is yenya aban bi na saban ne say Ghana ni bia wo Ghana fa na nyina no se ne yetie bia se ne yede o manisika ye health e ma ye no ye besa de o manisika aye education na anye hwe mpo no wo de ye ma wo opportunity se wo sai na wo nim se wo na ye den wo sai no but wo katena fie dia na wantumi anko school esa no hia dia enye wo fault ko ohianti e na wantumi anko yenyi mfi kwa mu na won so tumi ko school ni bi ni ye hwe se obetumi nya opportunity bi ewom na wetumi aye de obeya ene se memete ha na ye di sankomo ya I will advocate on every occasion for both the poor and the rich because I know what it means to owe fees in school. NDC now realizes that Ghana for the do education free senior high school na tum. Nti yamfa ye ho andomo a ye beto abeti ayen nti ade no ye di kaya kadada say ye ni gidi wom. In fact, one of the reasons why NDC focus say we will review Free City High School. Now you say they will cancel it. I'm say a review doesn't mean cancel no any. Ade no from history media mo nyina ache say mu ni gidi wom meboa.
But now we betre mu.
Meba. Who the kind say who kwesika 2 billion kwa won fan shim. Yeah, the 129 billion na shim. Enti won no that means you are not ready to even invest that much. Who say so the kind say unjin this free SHS no e say eyema obia. We say esi etuma ebimu ombetume tuya yeden entua. They said that. It is all be catch them say obe reviewer. Review it doesn't necessarily mean cancel, but it means cancel as well. Review means that free SHS no fee paying. The only thing free SHS does they say bill bi na nka obeza de be ma wo. Na wo de akofie na wo perpetua no. Obeza de sa bill no ama aban e na aban yeden etua ma. That is the policy be bi nka ho. Free SHS policy no one. It is how say obe reviewer. These are the things you are likely to do. One, a bia oba review now person we na kire say wo de sika ni bi be yeden e be ka ho. It can be a review. A bi so a oba obeti so it can also be a review.
And components no be yi
BF it can also be a review. A bi kra so a oba obeti bi aka say kwame amugo tubetua nti onu ntua kwame nkomati ka say don't ntua nti onu ye betua ma no obeti ma ye no so meboa. Nti review can mean several things, but at the moment ye to me ka say oba cancel because of comments we making no na tell the kind of reviewer when this say obey. You have said say you don't think everybody waka omanpeni mahama ka say onyi ni say etua fees mo bia waka o say say buntua na buntua. So that is his belief. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia belief ni say uye here no uye sikeni interest school fees na ma ba abai asudie no. So there's a big difference between what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia believes on free SHS and what your Mahama also his excellency also believes on free SHS. It is a catch of say what you say oba betwemu. We are right based on what comment I will make and then we principal our on free senior high school. Number 2, senior. It's so when we say Ghana for the BAG free senior high school at Tumunti, all of a sudden. Yeba free SHS no crowd. Omo de ba mo hu.
Say be a committee ni ko tena ase no.
No mo so men of.
Omo de niam egu akwamto we say ye expand ye betimi expand.
That is what actually this election comes down to. This election comes down to the two individuals, former President Mahama and Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Why? Any ye wo gidie e wo onu ene na ban mu. Any ye ba be hwe say musu ene mo ban no Senate ye. Die si ananu minti ena Ghana for ni didie bia wo Dr. Mahama His Excellency mu no. And the same strategy. National Health Insurance no. Say committee no ko trans 2008 mo say health insurance na kasati ya na fe de Ghana fa jatum. Inti yan kan chom say be na one time premium ye be ni. Ye buy no ye. So man 8 years o man ye basata ni enya to amomo ye hwe yi. Inti nei se ye kasa mpenifo ni ye be yi ba ko based on sad area. Why should anybody or why would anybody vote for the NDC knowing what they did to us in the past? Because on my back some say no mo ye about what besuma ade na omuso mu ni gidie wo mu no ma Daniel mo want to say chameleon no mo say afedi ye gidi o de mo a no mo ja to nchen because they have no belief in it. If it is based on track record, see two abanu based on trust any sincerity there. Former President Mahama and Nabai, they have no basis to stand in front of us and tell us we should vote for them. And you're very disrespectful. And you're very disrespectful on the part of the former president to tell teachers and nurses, say, Omuntu Abamano. Because school for no college or nursing and teachers and here for mano, what do you allowance free on him? Abba.
I think it was later restored.
No, they never restored it.
Okay.
Even to date, Krasasela will come once. Even today, still talking about it. Only different, they cancelled it. Almost 1% in the loan. They rather want to make it a loan to the extent that I say when quarantine me if you are mobile 20 yami and kamuntu yami. It's the Argentina nursing or nursing college and on top of my oh dear and work on was a montomami because more allowance no I buy so to 12 months but them can 4 months on GI. As I'm okay now say what you senior say what if you are winning juma. And they say we adwuma na fada de se beka chance we sit akwame and no advert buy and shut down also. See, my next month we see kana akemu no metua ma deɛ na ɔbɛfa.
Mefa deɛ.
Because anya hwe krampo no wobɛtumi akɔ Fidelity Bank ana Stanchart na waka kyerɛ sɛ moma mo bosia na me pay slip nie yɛde meka wobɛtumi ba fada des waka kyerɛ fada sɛ fada wode ma me introductory letter kyerɛ sɛ wode meka na memfa nkɔgye bosia na mendidi ɛmfa hyɛ meboa. So they are never the same. Cancelling and taking away my allowance and yet it is not the same as say aban tua not the make some months. It's the identity necessary or two abama based on their way man. No, there is no basis. Senior, and you're very disrespectful on the part of the former president to tell medical doctors something to Abamano. When you look them in the eyes and told them say compensation, all the doctors asked at that time, they say, Mr. Shamo, Mama, your conditions of service, you know. Improve kakra. Do you know as or Shomonim Kachon say he's not going to negotiate with them. In fact, based on Sasam no Kacha doctors, no, or call Botswana was Rwanda. I think it was Rwanda. In the presence of foreign people, or Kachon say, Memukrum, Omoya strikes, my Kachon say, Mema by who strike and when. My also doing funu. So sekai. It's labor unrest means nothing to me. He looked in the eyes of the labor and told them this. And you're very disrespectful for you to come back to them 4 months later and tell them say they should vote for you. It's disrespectful. It's painful. Former President Mahama, ojaye se esum ke bibom. Undoye esum ne ba no okwa abrochire. No ka kire wiase afa na nyina se Ghana yenya crisis. Ye de sumu. Nti wo generator no fa be fam yen. Generator no de ba wo fa besi wo yebetua na kakra ade no kwade wo de besi wa say we generate power no the power na wo generate no see ye use yebetua ka kwa mi tell ye and no the generators bebre ba enti ye free bebre e do know what happens by the time I do 2016 no na we generators bebre go as a generators no e bro power cry here so but what happened sika a ye de beto fuel sika a e beto fuel good generators no na ye bi enti we had so much power generation capacity but we didn't have money to buy fuel to power these generators. Senior, for 4 years 4 good years in the life of this country were left in darkness.
Ba say omo efisuo no na mfidie thermal plants ni nyina wo secure ni nyina we only came and then oiled it.
Oh, but that is actually true. Obian ni what you now we say your position no na the be catch Ghana for say your energy crisis no financial we be there yes we are not disputing that abasinia meba say about free generator but they sell anything so that's what they did. In fact one of the reasons why we are going through that crisis because a lot of the IPPs are signing take or pay because generator they say we go free generator they say strategy. The real problem for this country when it comes to energy and the ability to buy the fuel to power the energy. That is the problem. It's the American is true. But for 4 years, the truth of the matter is that for 4 years, they could not buy fuel to power generators they have taken on credit to give us electricity. And you know what happens? Factories shut down. Media houses lay off workers. You laid off workers.
Yes.
In this media house. And you baby no for the first time in the history of this country, everybody turn that radio station upon because we're running on generator. It's about 10-9 no upon. And we are kete ubetuni atu radio station be na yashi because someone is going better power. Adverts on bebo nobody just can. Companies na dey adverts ni beba no. Companies also are struggling. Enti omo mebo adverts. Enti enyuma guye. Nkrofo ekununum no omoyeno ma wale guye. Because about 6 wapo adwuma eso kofie. Light ni fie. Enti wa fa madams no be 2-3. Sakumo no ablekuma ena madina. Instead sakumo no light no sata na ko off 3 days. Enti 3 days ni ko du ablekuma. Na ablekuma light no ko off na madina de no ba na yakọ. That is am konfa wa yeguye. Konfa wa yeguye o friend so me hwebo meba sisi a won light ni fie nti. That is the situation. In konfa busuafo eda theater bed so ye your operation ni edum light. People's husbands, people's family died on the hospital bed. Ene oba be catch say ento abamawa senior, it's very disrespectful. Ghana for emrantie catch yen say ye ni adwuma omampani ye pedwuma wo ban mu mpani fo ka kire mo so omunkotwa grass Rashid Purple o say munkotwa grass na mo fa begu kwan ho na mo nton e kire so a ye yete mountains
no mponche na wi o lucrative
yo okay no problem but see enti ye kotoa ba for abanya otumi di nwuma a ebetumi sustainable ba eni abanya o say ntwa nwa aduane mo no mo nton I mean it's as simple as that o say ka kire say yan ko nwum ni yan ko sese buo mbegu kwa woni yan hihye ebuo mbegu kwa woni yan hihye ni yan ton eno kre edu abini miso no obi o na tabie nim se tama na ye so no ye business na ye pa ye buo ebuo pai obana mete ebuo so ma pai pa na ma hihye na wo hwe me tintin ya na ya you can imagine me tintin tama na me mo class 3 sisi agro me tintin yi na kete na me fu ebuo na atwede na me fu na onim the only time I di amu ene te ya share bo na ene afunu mu nyina ntama be di amko efie no obedi fufu anopa ewia na enwuma ne banku ene no de luxurious edi Christmas it da o tibe ya obeto ebo a ye be hye no odi usika na akoto mo half cup it mama ewo fufu no na wo de wo mo esiso it sadan de e shapes nko a konko na obedi obi edi fufu na weti wo mo it wo na ma hye ebo na bete so a ewo mountains a enya sam ketwa ye hye ne pan Lata Methodist Primary School na yesi ye no ye na ye pa ebo edisi school no so the eno so wo ho na mom senior millions of young Ghanaians no pa adwuma no omo nyina no mo kopa ebo omo nyina na kopa ebo ye krom na bi ebo wa ye be pa ya ni ni za kwa mo krom wa ebo ho ye dey at mountain so enti obi na kopa ebo but that is the solution he brought to us. In fact, a do baby or my way under former president, and I'm saying all of this is because strategy behind this if I say about we are Kokotuni, you were close to some 3 million voters here. They were never there and never saw the presidency of former President Mahama. And you know, so what the 18 and now we more ya ya buy or tisu yo. What they also ya on because Tamana former President Mahama wa be now 10 years. 10 years you need to do Kanya na mada. So abandon na edu no say they no nim inti ene no the 18-year-old person no kwakoto aba no the onimu aye ekufo ado aban but the truth of the matter I says Gen Z you muti ase ne say definitely we need to make a choice between two leaders and the former president is surely not an option. I respect him, he's a fine man, he's a good man, but the truth of the matter is say he's had an opportunity to be vice president. He's had an opportunity to be president. And in each of these roles, he was abysmal, he was incompetent, and he was a total failure. As vice president, you don't know how. If I last week, my boy, that was the next chapter shows. So, John Jinapo, honorable. I know a spokesperson for the vice president, John Mahama. I can with TV so say, you be say, what role is your boss, the vice president, playing in government? You must know, or say the president, former President Atamils has decided say or no Atamils will take care of the serious government business, and these are his words. Serious government business. He's concentrating on the economy and all the core government business. And my boss, the vice president, is taking care of the social issues and the media interactions. So my boss is all over the place. That's why you see him all over the place engaging in social issues. Into outdooring, our day, or speech and prize giving day.
Say better to about public lectures.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Yes, a social event. So that was his job as vice president. So I just say he has nothing to show. And then do a former Dr. Mahmoud Bamia Kaye. I want to lecture and say, be counted for something. Be counted for something. No matter what it is, be counted for something. Something positive. Definitely you have a negative on you. But why is it that negatives in one? Where is the positive? One thing, mention one thing. I say, oh, me as vice president and as president there, I dear my champion, many initiative, I'm a champion, and they about my women back up.
University of Ghana Medical School.
Why didn't see infrastructure? You see infrastructure, you didn't see the boom. Can I say a good for the son? Can I say a man transfer of a ball?
Range Hospital.
You can see a man transfer of a ball. You see a man who can see a man. Infrastructure, they win. Infrastructure, no. A budget line. See, can one of the contract and quite obese. And we have found solving problems. problems are obi enye. And I'll give you an example. The reason why infrastructure enye big deal and say to me spreading infrastructure at the same time MOB enye bi. It is an infrastructure nkwa na obo your record there. It means that omo nya asade no so for so nkwa na beto abama. Because okosi airport terminal 3 me ko mulate ye do say na airport terminal 3. Etu okosi terminal 3 now say odi anu na wo say enu na ye die ntie nyina so nto abama wa meto etia wo. Because the only way I met Wama on the say Kufa do yelate manfekwan. It is a minya media there. Infrastructure no minya media there majina so atoba. So infrastructure nya there. Eno no obo numbers no an obo na odi a kire dia waye ne dia odi oman ni sika ye. Ba nya dia utumi gina so say minso anu na me dia wura abato fufum. Because obi aye bi. Nana Danko Kufa do Koshe development awaye University of Human Studies. Nansia University of Health and Allied Sciences. Koshe University of Energy and Natural Resources. Abambe na aba we initiated 111 hospitals at the same time. 111 hospitals.
Bungalows no ade.
No government has since Nkrumah betwemu abembi no we provide infrastructure accommodation ama police ekufado. Since Nkrumah twemu abembi no we provide logistics cars any logistics ama police any security services ekufado. Since Nkrumah Nana Danko Ekufo-Addo at least 11,974 kilometers of routes in Awayamo on my way in 8 years. Former President Mahama eso ko parliament, omunyina ko parliament ekoyom record. On also say 4,600 or so routes. It is an infrastructure na just to abadia and want to me campaign. There is no sector in infrastructure Mahama uchayen His Excellency. None. The number of friend is a fish landing site ayesi and then cruise ships cruise fi abochimemu and nanti we asa for na be park e we omina na brofosi no makoye to ko he Jamestown fishing harbour Sunyane airport and then me no kase obetwe twa ticket na wako ko hwe dia ye Kumasi airport ko hwe Tamale airport interchanges ayaye ebia so Tamale for so it infrastructure there when you say 2019 number some infrastructure here campaign what is omuka wansem da because it's there vivid. Okay. There is no way the NDC can match the MPP anywhere when it comes to infrastructure. Not in any of the sectors. Yen pe in here to me from kola ye triple kola the way them go secondary school. I provide infrastructure momo. You started senior high school near your double track. It's said dormitories, classroom blocks and also. Me no can say 80% of secondary schools they are off double track. Omo ko first year last year no 80% of them are double track. Into a second year, and 3rd year, no more facing out now. No more double track that I know. They are all facing out. The amount of infrastructure by way provided in the education sector, no, we have built more hospitals, more health facilities than the NDC did. You are listening now, our manifesto, town by town, hospital by hospital. Immediate hospitals are conformed here in 2008 for 8 years. Of the NDC government, Oman ye Irojet Hospital, Kufasi for Yeniaba, yes, 9 hospitals. In the infrastructure there, you find Kasem. What makes a difference between government A and government B? And they say, Utumi trust no one doing D, you say A. Are there Ben the make me create a equalizer for every citizen everywhere? That is what makes the difference. The NDC to date doesn't have any. Ubi somewhere, obviously social intervention, no, and yeah, no one say health insurance and education. In fact, social intervention and one health insurance and one free education. Those are social intervention. Social intervention and only LIP, livelihood empowerment. Those are social intervention. Social interventions and policies are a creative equal opportunity, enabling opportunity, and obia to be able to thrive. We barrier no because you see the only reason in here we ban now ye sikeni bano. Obenya opportunity asemi and say obenya kwayanko school.
Okay.
So when you ono say many Indian na to go school ametwa no. Enti na to de bi abeka ya mo say saito fo no. Eya ye fi saito ko private school na private school fo no ntumi ye no. Ko say na ya dwunu ma do fifie no nkoma ye di ni fie no. Eni nkoma ye di ni street ni mo no. Dada ma fo no mo ni bi.
Baby.
Enti de ye say bro fo no be fa. Ye nya wu school na bro fo no fa pe boa. Ko question no de man ya. Ye your lifetime experience.
Obedwi.
Ye betwa. Kwale dada from bay wodi no ko gina abeka janse so on cross go ntumi cross ba yan no what 6 months na utwa kwan mu so upem obetwam so adi ase na senior ura efie ni mu a nkola etifie ni mu ne aunties ni uncles obi a ofie ye be 35 eti won wa so ye no pa no obi nya ho ta bi say have you bath
o da bi
say we dware say won dware ye obi asem
adidie kwa ye no
na eduane na kasa ye ti ni egu asanka ne wo beto so wa wadi bi so I just say eti obi ani ahwan so create that, use the social interventions, to simply give them a slight chance to make it in life.
Come in bi UK. Baby that vicinity school bia ye pepe to say baby school.
Absolutely, that's what we are trying to get to.
The ultimate can say metse dagin nti me akwara no gisem de number meeting kings
no
and answer gisem de number e bia
Westminster the same and
standard nyare
and until na start education reforms here and this for go mpia ye brofu no and na kwhwe kabe kwabenya keje no classroom no cages na yesisi ya no classrooms ni smart board so smart board ai and ankola no keji bo kola bia wa tablet ni
akwabenya ho
ai junction is atomic junction is why
wow
omo tablet si omanim na nei yama senior bisa
odami
ne mano owo na 3 months no man tablet ena ede jiji nkola ni
akwara no kura ni musi ye
3 months bisa odami 3 months no kura tablet na denti ena odami nkwamba ena nkura tablet na odami say tablet ye nya bi ye nkola bremu a ebe den mi we University of Ghana mi we na 400 na mi so tab mi hu computer da na me kai Mr. Komi ya work at my school Mr. Komi computer class the only thing I tell me I DOS CD dot
anamu edambotwe emse the first degree wa
computer science CD dot
na sabre kwa na yes
na computer na yes me say na yako class no cry yako kwa man yako e friend say computer class na Mr. Komi computer class aye ba be share computer o do saka no abo
adabi u betie u do say ko kan
ade no say ba say o share computer na ye ba 6 na yet desktop ba ko na on ka just so mouse ni mu a nsom enei ye cheche tablets ama nkola nyina wo Ghana wo say tablet na mo cheche no mo de jivote na ma menka won wasem nziro tablet na ye cheche na wo say ye de jivote no unzo na share manifesto unzo ba cheche tablet
abom
o da shim
me
ye de ka yefuo e ko she ye si hostels ama ka yefuo ye train omo say o de na mo kire ka yefuo mo mo ko fie na ja ye de a wo kire no o taxi kai unu say your mama is excellency or wa be mu no na kai ye fotu ya tax ade na omo so no na be ye na betwem 2017 kai ye tax ye na betwem 2017 it was part of the 25 nuisance taxes ye free so
na ye omo
na etimode be no na omo omo tax kai ye tax ye na betwem and then unu say kai ye hostel na vocational training unu so do show manifesto
set to improve upon the
in a make catch or say a political trickster or a strategy no denam when we say ade no say wo ka say one can say ankofo no betweti ya unto dey baby edu yen ka don pedia enu ti da o manifesto no o mo twa ya say chenchena atre ye dey aso mo ya mo dey na kan ya asem a opposition leader de facto leader of the NDC what no opposition 8 years when to me and for manifesto amba nipa ye no 6 months ago November year ono etime de manifesto aba ode ba ye dan ye announce say ye be manifesto launch ade echi ya no mo so announce mo de so be na week later na mo manifesto no mo kai no niam miensa niam a o kai say 2012 ye nto abama no ba be ye no mo anyam ba akompo say na mani na wo manifesto nim de atoso mienu niam a ye ka say ye be ye try manifesto no a week before no na intime de ye ka say ye be 1 or say ye be 2 de ye ka say manifesto ye be 3 no mo 1 and 4 baby I see about 5 no mind 6 manifesto no de tia no and na onim esa say 1 ton boasi anka manifesto nti bin ka say miche ofo manifesto na 30% of the manifesto niam a yegusu ayeye dada wonim otroye o de share them 2012 2020 manifesto nim to copy ni nyina copy and paste itudim ofo 2012 manifesto no de ye to abama no and no ye to abama no so maye o wan ye ofo 2012 manifesto na line by line verbatim they want to manifesto nim and one watam no they share 2024 manifesto nim one kan onim say TVET in such a bebre abem or they share the manifesto or they share so about ade ya ye dada yeah I say oba yeah there is no proper children's there is no children's hospital when I come aboard one onim say yes be awie kra oweja onim that is basically how their manifesto no is set up. But I can tell you say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has listed 14 thematic areas as the key areas for his manifesto. They be kind or say or did he say SSC and making sure say you be improving on expanding the economy say in 2022 egusu aye be or say he's going to build Ghana into a world class digital economy.
No we na omo de bom so bo say
for this for
I say mobile kwa dollar mo free he and mo de aba be wie he until you ended up mismanaging the economy.
No crap pan say anytime the NDC speaks about the economic situation we don't argue because indeed the biana ke pese economy no kodo no enye ndruwe between 2017 and 2020 ye improve ni am say eni nyina na mame unim say mahama his excellency oba abemu no na inflation 8% or the 15% 8% or the 15% 2013 to 2016 or the 15%. He has not a single record as president, not a single record of improving any aspect of our economic indicators, not even one. Anya shekrampo yaditum dollar koya kopum about 23 cedis was it bibisa 23 cedis was bibisa what you say and then a course no ya share manaba fam egusu ayedai e ba fam fuel ankwa kodu about almost about 26 or 27 cedis somewhere in 2022 December and then atia ba fam inflation ekoya kopum 54% and could do 54%. And then your manager aba and aba do 20%. I can tell you, so by the time we get to December, our inflation will be better than the NDC's inflation. The difference between us and former President Mahama say, your evidence says at the end say you to be any emaneba fem. Senior, call any of the NDC members. Let them tell you one economic indicator. Omuwa bemu e wasro and e koso mu to be the bafem. Just one. They have none. We can at least show, say, we have been able to move inflation from 15 to 8% before. And we can also show, say, indeed, it messed up after the COVID situation and went all the way to 54%. But, your evidence to show, say, it could do 54%, no? Yet to me, at Swam and before they do 20 go super film. Why? And I will be our economy, Amano. The one that has the record to prove that when it gets bad, he is able to manage it and bring it down and improve. And I said the one that has no record of bringing it down, but only record of it going up. Every single indicator under John Mahama in the economy echoes through. Only bakumpa bafem. Why now the economy better? Ebeshenism. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say, Ojibi say we have a long way to go when it comes to our economy, and that is why he believed that enyema they build the foundation of the economy. No, yema ntontwene. Yembo ho ban ono ena wogidie e wo understanding e be boss ani no ban yema no nto aso. He needs to reduce the cost of living. Watch clearly how he's going to reduce the cost of living. Watch clearly how he's going to create jobs and get businesses to expand. Watch clearly e ko be fa so ayema hwe ne manifesto no e heavy on women and the elderly. E ko be fa so the vulnerable in society, our women, our elderly group obehwe na waboa na yasitire mu akwa anim. Those things are captured here. Teacher ni ehu no ho wa, nurse ni ehu no ho wa, doctor ni ehu no ho wa, mechanic ehu no ho wa, medicine, every single Ghanaian you can think of. Offer manifesto here, you see yourself there. We are not saying say we are perfect government. We are not saying say ye ni nanso bia we ho, but the can say between Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the former President Mahama Nkwa de aka yemma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kwan no so de obeye no oyene yenhwe ye ren fi former President Mahama ye ayaka de odi efe mu enitani odi efe mu. The man is simply incompetent. He has no idea. He lacks genuity. Okofa the manifesto ya eye copy no kwa copy festo cut and paste ade ben copy festo eno kwa omo bu na copy festo because unim ofa ye omo copy si na ambiza asem wo de ye fa ne say chinjaba esinjaba papa ya wa bin o Bible Solomon de ebi echinjaba nti yan so be problem no me the manifesto by last week Sunday. What do you about 7 days later? Why not copy wine?
No, Mark, you na moto te.
Okay, okay. Kadia Bakwe where manifesto money yankai. Every single thing in our manifesto, our flag bearer had already spoken of. It would be okay, and so yakaye. Into no cancel will be at them. Interference and call level another level of testing. Me now, me the manifesto by a week before one. Me copy on our manifesto not the bad way. I don't think what no position 8 years. What try ama me the manifesto by first. And you copy in here. I don't think that me announce say me launch my manifesto. I dey announce we do date by. Now we change there. Now the empire now we change and you copy in here. Me say me for manifesto now. I dey be I say be 1 no. I say be 2. You see be A. Say you na kan kwa de o be. Say ye ka say be C a. Say C ni ya papa. Say ya papa make so be D.
Say this is a political strategy.
I said me but it's true. And this they are very good at that. Say anything no dada in 2008 some bar health insurance no mo cassette o men one time premium e just to aba mo man ye. E bia no mo ye free education, but I can tell you we are not going to rest. And this they know they are losing this election senior. They know.
Why?
They know they are losing these elections. Because they are not credible. Omo ye credible. They know. They don't have a credible leader. Omo need leader or yes sincere or the kasade or steals be. Oh, no atone boas no kakasa no boko bi no kan de bi. But on yes sincere. They are losing the elections. They will lose these elections not because MPP is a perfect political party. They be, but simply because between the two leaders, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Mahama no kwade. You say, utie unante fam na utie nei Dr. Bawumia ye campaign won cry oka Blekuma West na de. O de opa kotieti fam ka say ade ne de. Ai na so wo MPP ho. But Mahama pa de. Because omo hu ne da. De empa na aka Mahama de brain bi mo man we mu. De empa.
They are going to reset the economy.
Ye pe upgrade. Mami ka se mi kiro. See ye tie yi. Mami am phone na ma fe. iOS no, you update.
Okay.
What reset? Do you know what reset means? Reset means say what paper dey na wo ho ni nyina. Na wo share say foforo. Anya bia senior to be very fair with you. There were challenges and there were difficulties. But we decide dey wo Ghana ha nyina anya papa. It ye ni bia say ye bon ho ban. Ye ni bia say ye so mu ni ye kra na yie. So you can't reset Ghana. We can't. Because immediately you reset Ghana, it means that you are wiping all the good. Here former sika omunya le free because school be wipe health insurance ayedinya obe reset it. Hospitals are yes enya obe reset it.
Enya holistic.
That means enya reset because reset there holistic. Okay, reset no you see again obe reset yes all kind say only be kan offer for na a reset to factory settings. Eza na actual no ai into we reset to nkroma na Ghana no be resetting to Achiampon time no. And now be resetting to your friend is a Rollins time and now resetting now no we resetting it to Kufuor time. And now your reset is to your time. And I make say your political tricks no or car seminar no can it senior to be very honest with you we have challenges. We have serious difficulties as a country. No doubt about that. But respectfully in all humility what Ghana needs is an upgrade. We need an update. I see a nim upgrade. And what the upgrade does is that niema pa eyeno eka ebo ho ban yema wo. Na dia ewo na enye papa no na fix yema wo. That's what an upgrade does. That's what an upgrade does to any system. It's let's do a system update. It's normally even tech for and now you don't even talk about reset anymore. It's an update. The update will do two things. It will protect all the good things and then it will fix the bag. About fixing Yama and you know, the man has no plan and that's why he wants to take us back. Who wants to go back, Syria? Why no one my woman person come back even though we have challenges? The penny say, near my power on your bon by no credit. I can't difficult my no. You better fix your money. So between Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia who is going to upgrade Ghana and former President Mahama who wants to reset Ghana, we have a choice to make. And we are making a choice between a reset and an upgrade. And I can tell you, say, the Ghanaian people wants to upgrade and not reset. One means how reset no kind of crazy. Or do we power and on cancer some no kind?
Now, and there was a question now. And represent say, oh, what ben Adena, the obia onye no we say earlier part of our conversation what buy am I also can say so e bibia ewo manifesto ma ni oba de no oba ba be
enu pone say o can ingest no can ingest and no can ingest no afedi obeka na asem so akwa ne ka obi say question so say ye bibi wi ade na mabe no sere no to ne boss no chirechire mu the fact is that enei see ye free city high school enu nti ne ye ka educational yan drain free city school fee paying hu bebre no ai ne ye ka tertiary de yi enti ye moving on
now tertiary de no enyo
meba so enti enei no ye discuss educational we are no longer discussing making secondary education free. We are not thinking about tertiary education. Meboa. It is saying that at every point in time, you would have something to do. And it's not possible because some of the things you really want to do next year, no, and who kofa buy no, and who family kono, and you ready. Meboa. It is a kofa buy no family kono you ready. As I bet you day, I can say me. To me, class 1 class 6. Enti ebia why wadwen say wudi a obey lawyer but what to me sorry fi KG1 ka say me call law school say we call class 1 class 2 now go through na we secondary school as we call law school me boa enti enye ade a obetumi sorry preoccupy lawyer e wo nyema bi ese say wo ye enti wo ye ni nyina no na wo to aso na ye bi kan and that's what this is all about. Otherwise question bi obi say ene Kamala Harris vice president of the US so your campaign and you're vice president and then you're okay no yen this year former president mahama nkasa ono nankasa oba yenim 2012 no ka che so your spare driver yen the main driver no ono po de onye opportunity be acting president as a yekoto aba
there be e wonu kra no we your substantive president
yes ampa we substantive yes other than samre no one implementing your by so ye nyina preko na mama bi say ne kese kra ene ya onam o ka chen say oba meyesi me ba meyesi si na mbiza question niam na okeka no eye niam e ba e how I start ene
baby
emu dia ina ni wada dada until the question is onya akwan be ye o mampeni no niam o okeka say oba obeye no ana wanye ene yo say oba obeye level 100 tertiary oba ma mu free loan
no national youth organizer so be chire mu say enye free
na mama ka se jona na ni for me ka se ma ya me ka na ye say miracles na kanti policy bi enu amode aba omutumi acheche mu da not even policy bi enu
oh but ba queen
24 na what you say yeah 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 ye what dey mama 24 economy what you say
ba ene say me fa ne say bi akantamanto wo mo tonton ne ma wo ho no aban be provide security inti anadwo nyina no betumi aton ne ma the fear ni say ya na nkofo suro say anadwo kwa obi be ye obi bi ni ade afei banks no so no 24 hour passport office bi am yam passport akoba bi china no pa
adwini sa honam no bre adwini sa honam no
debi ekoma ya di wan say
no achema na me church obi say sa adwini sa honam no ebre unu say ebe adwini sa enti na obe kono obi mowa si ho no de ne say do mowa de do grass no obe kono na mowa si ono kwa langa ubi sa si obi de me no ya na me ho to me ubi sa go obi za
aye
o si obi de me de langa no do a na mitumi ye ni yi adwini sa honam no ebre sinia se metie yi metumi asende 100,000 Ghana cedis ato account mu na we yi na ne ya de aye de awopɛ anajo 12 am kra metumi aye nti ebo 1 am me ko gye de bank
e bia me ko ye deposit
na metumi aye wa ha metumi aye o me phone so
we dey cash
woni say ATM so we receive deposit anonym
oh yes
woni say ATM awo Ghana ha
oh bebre
receive deposit then ye ken adwini so a honam ne bre when na wo Ghana ha waka che won say ye ha we wo my we mu ene say ye pese ye ko bank na jo one chami wiase afada nyina Ghana wiase nyina me online ba ko a ebo 7 pm mpa bank bie mamba ko one country there is none not even one country tell me one country in the world about 8 pm I call passport office call passport one country but one country mama there is none not any no country in the world
say there is backlog
me say but one na backlog no 8 pm na me say backlog is it about collection at 8 pm
and nipa na staff na e pray ye adwuma point o mutimi process the aka
na omo ka kire say have you see the point you know say oba ubisa na question bi o say e ba ye be hwehwem we bisa passport office no man ka kire say the entire your backlog no here because ye 0.5 won't say omo ka say booklet shortage ho won't ye no ye na unim 24 economy say won't me ancheche mu yi unim de omo policy nim on fa 133 na de kunu 133 no nkran say omo say abaye djuma public service no we be ba no pa no wapo awia na the position no obi fufura be fa na awia
eye 8 times 3
yes until 133 na mama is a question woko passport who is the director of passport
sure
it's the director of passport no you want director of passport we ba no pa na ba na nya director of passport we ba awia na nya director of passport we ba nyuma nti pon a ti se na mo ye no studio ha no wa pack ni na woko awia no new director na wo ho
create employment na create employment
ama create employment o man nim adwini so honam ne bre enti chief director for local government no 133 even chief director no pa na ya chief director wia na ya chief director nwumre teacher for no mo 133 na oni de ku mukra o say 24 economy kwa football kan because 2 years na say match na la liga
bia minister of local government for instance ye betumi anya de obeye 8 hours na enam se esunu ntina wonu a be mankrofo aba you be represented by
who say and Dr. Mahama me aka sembi o say former president Mahama is behaving as if someone your man peninda senior no crepa ne say the truth of the matter is that there is nowhere in the world that you can say 24-hour economy say na omu say no you run no in fact 24-hour economy I think I've told you before it's a very nice strategy that is working in so many countries including even this country London even London ko city no the entire city we run 24 hours
there be no
and Oxford Street
yeah
Australia no more than 24 hours
me Melbourne na me ko seska Australia Melbourne about 5 or almost
if you see baby anywhere you run 24 hours o baby out but you see baby out be kono you have specific areas you run 24 hours anything na Ghana ha uko Atemuda Lagos Avenue uko base wa yenda eno pa ko show bi eni aso ko afi na okoda wo o kono bi so ba Oxford Street uko Danko Circle e wo Kaneshi wana ma me no ton wache no or run 24 hours
but when it will be formalized say one more me for some production no aban be ma we incentives it is a dey we na we produce tenor ubenya incentives ama for so about the production
senior she the omuka no enye rocket science they don't have to lie to us for vote simply for this Nutrifix factory ewo tema hey Nutrifix factory ewo tema me no ka say abo almost about 9:15 anopa shift aba emo mo bus na be form mo be ndra na dwo no e ko fie omo ko fie na yi ebo be 5 a omo be dwuma omo be anadwo de okotama a lot of the factories are doing it okotakrade a bebre wo ho bantama obi ti bantama street unuza bantama senior uwa street ni mu a ye nkofo bi a okọ bantama enita wa koto no
senior wanam ti
uwa street wa tem bi a be uwa street wa koto so ajase nti bibi a ewo oman wo mu dada in specific areas ampa ubetumi de account manifesto maka say sam mia de wo ebia me ba me gidi say me wo other areas bia metumi ama na yete say Oxford Street on by 24 hours me wo neighborhoods bia me gidi say na wo city no metumi ama na say Lagos Avenue it is our areas way anyway no me ba niama say na maye wo if they had put this thing in this manner there will not be any argument. But they are deceiving us when they tell us, public service, 133 senior. It is a lie. It cannot, it is a lie. It doesn't even make sense. In fact, Abembia Bamponas or Casso Ben is Accra, Bino your mambo for.
Thereby creating employment.
No, but see, what do you need staff at local government ministry 12 a.m. for? What would they be doing?
Construction.
Local government ministry.
There be construction. Me fan say be a kwan. Kwan no e pese wie ne ntamti we no ba pon wa na. Okay, be all there. Say be on be. Demand and supply. 24-hour economy no. Demand and supply.
ɛno ti na ɔbɛn mu sɛ Ghana ha no ɛyɛ baabi a na bi kɔ so baabi a demand no wɔ no ɛkɔ so all they had to do.
Mustafa Gbandi say me find say wo fie anadwo bre no wear condition enye adwuma you have people say bia we mu ba anopa we ma baabi enkoba so o mapon nti wo from
demand and supply the lali me electrician e friend the lali me electrician friend the lali or 4 streets away from me me friend the lali anadwo 1 am kra obefa no abeyama me so obi sa e demand and supply say electrician bi won potamu bi onim sa anadwo bia ye nya nipa be 5-6 friend ma no be ye kanea enye wo enti sheba na baba sheba na baba e ma electrician na watrase 1 month obi an friend anadwo 12 da sheba na baba na bi adwuma 12 o de sheba yi na mom so tena se na se be bia about 12 onya nipa be 5-6 friend na obekọ enye wo sa wo command the police for 50 kra kwatra ne shop na se ade asa 12 obi a friend say ye be adwuma senior the only reason why I no pay about 10 koko ra upon say obi a meto koko after 11 o na mum say if anka about 10 that's a line that's what koko
pa de edi na no pa
yes say about 10 that's a koko line that's what ha nko beto koko enti e na koko ra bi wo ha upon 10 no akofie about 5 a no asen aba aban na di to osinity onim say about 5 a ye won krofo bi nso a on beto koko 5 in fact say between 12 and 4 p.m. nkofo ho beto koko a obeba enye wo na obeche ne sombra na o command the police for 50 na say between 12 akopem 4 p.m. obi a beto koko a ade achi a omma enfa wo police for do ade dey o de man no because the koko no ye na be say eye simple common sense enti ye be boa Ghana no ani research Ghana no ani ayi general mosquito e say get ya say 24-hour economy no we organize na what teach man kwan so be adwuma 24 hour
o se bi wo area so me
to don papa so say omo be yen jata ne enyinamoa enye elifa no ma export na anadwo no de enti e ma 24-hour economy na ai den say omo mbe fidi nyata no e be fo mu na adwuma mu bensere ade na serious o enkofo no ekoyo mo de ya nam so no omo to cha yen and I can tell you serious me ka say ndisi be lose elections ya o I am serious o because Ghana for eti wa no pay your mutifie mom we fuom koko wase edwa so nyina etie say na nkrofo yi to mo plan nie omo dia no say 8 years aso ye nto abenti MPP ye beba ye nka he ye de dia no say ye nkeka ne ma ye gidi say ndisi MPP entumi ye ni ye no na wana gas oba ba mu abetuma ye ne nyina yi ye nkeka na de yo mo nto aba man ba say plan pa bisa ndisi ni say mo be mo plan pa mo ma teacher for ye den
I will be quite so they are to so see even night clubs crab be running 24 hours.
Night club be running 24 hours. Night club. I didn't know night no. Running 24 hours. There's a day club and night club.
Obi asend ya ba say, who say President Mahama can say oba enema would obi o wa obehwehwem one state capture, 2 lands nema ambulance repairs Sputnik BV no me ade na obache oba so be make sure say niam sika na akodi nkofo obaje nsase obaje na
say problem you know na say we yan say oba na we ye mampani na say oba na say ujiri so obi ewie sika chini to we say ya dey bia
simple
we kra po den kan we kasa oba na say we ye mampani oba na say ujidi say odame no ye minister for den no wi akakra senior che no anambwa so ne be kokko se che no so ye kangaroo say when you rolling sabana e de twesi uti o de be court na wako cheche match and ntia o just say party bi enu a waton ama aban we japade se NDC party no party no party in fact omo kra de omo sheda ko parliament e ko chechire mbra eta o machi omo ko parliament e ko pass mbra friend diversity implementation act obekaya 90s no ne wo group popular committee diversity implementation committee 7 o'clock news meeting we also
aye
diversity implementation committee the most popular committee in Ghana. Almost on Ghana factories in Makumako 300.
Wow.
300 factories. The list is all there. What is that gasem na buying there?
Yeah.
Gasem. So na buying there. Almost on here. Golden tulip na dey you know to you. Golden tulip na dey you know to you.
City Hotel.
Oni know to you. Almost on buying factories in Makumako 300. She opa Member will list. NDC penny be the metro assassin or toy air bind there, and if you toy air bind there. When the NDC on to abide Japade. Why who? NDC penny bear on to
maybe it was backed by law then.
Yes. So I don't have a problem. I'm only bringing out the issues.
Okay.
I don't have a problem. I'm only saying say Obeka state capture, the actual state captures in the NDC. Omuton abide Japade to say chupa chops any tomatoes. The guys are wicked. Very wicked. Very wicked. No more ya deni we are. No more Daniel Mohontoma. No more can ekwan so. No more they are chisro. We are on shie. Na young people no. Here no abrofisem no doso. Inti ya we ya sem ka. Abrofisem no e doso. Hwe. Mameka se be na say ya okudeta black honorable. MP for Norton. Okofa list of insasibia. Obeso o kire say MPP aban na aton. Uni bibi insase no de ba yemi nyina insase a omo no moton 2015-2016 ni nyina na onim enti release letters documents no na fe no wa lock
am say ba ko bi de kan 2015
ni nyina na de tie ne say ono afe no abete ote ne embra omo mata asase na fe no omo registration wo say asase no to a e be take your one and so register enti ote ya na de beto abonti no nim say ono an nkrofo hwe prisons cantonment prisons na what opposite police hospital no omo apartment ya accommodation no enye MPP aban the team omo de manipa baako one prisons for headquarters omo de manipa baako one person. I'm telling you
eno no esi wo abanda ne pen so.
Oh yes omo de manipa baako mi phone dum ka mi kan letter ne kire o any contract omo sign na no time omo sign document December after elections omo lose elections 2016 no omo de sa ne cheye Roman rich. Oh, Buster home Roman rich. Omo ton ye, omo de manipa baako. Omo de manipa baako, omo ton ye, omo de manipa baako. They gave it to one person. NDC, they gave it to one person. Omo ton ye, omo de manipa baako. And sometimes you see, we like to focus on bread and butter, the things that keep the Ghanaian citizen awake. Nti to de bi omo yes anyama na ye hwe bi ni ejai. But no government, no group of persons in a year Ghana Japadia aton amomo ho ti say NDC omo tonton factories ema mo na fofo DCC sorry tonton factories ko tema ko do ru na kwhwe insori e wo akese wo na akese na abai Japadia no mo tonton mo na fofo enti eneyi omo nya no na to de bia ho say yenso ye ko so ba fam na nso e den ewe ye ho ona wo ho anope obi asori do be di onya yo enti wo na wo aban mu na sesa wutumi pe mi mani di no enye dia wo ka na nipa ne ba betie o obi o ba bechiche na re kakra se wo mu na ye no on no tie no enti to de bia ma ya asem ka enye de because wo pe senior anope no fu obo a ewo so no wa ban na ewo so enti untumi nya number chechirem enti na to de bia ni aye kom no but state capture NDC for omo individuals ejapade from nsem omo individuals ejapade individual persons omo your business hwe ade ba ku ntie to de biam se na your regions bi omo pay this asem omo pay this na nkofo we fi abakosem. It has nothing to do about tribalism. It has to do about how some of the indigenous people of those regions are not very popular were treated by the PNDC in some areas we are okay NDC omo be so metekra businessmen na my room a NDC for job businesses from nsem businessmen na my room a omo join from my room because of NDC businessmen na my room a omo de ayamhihie wuye because e gu omo na naboache na nabi ne papa ko bisa ne papa
boache mattress
apia menkamo people who self-made people are NDC for omo di omo japade omo ton aban de na baji omo de omo ebi baby no government owned state owned asset near Toma 31st December women's movement it's a home card in there and to amomo it is state capture. The NDC should never ever go on that tangent na ito de bi ahun so omo ka corruption in some na omo nka nche do mahama his excellency omo ka nko omo meka. He is the only president in the history of this country up to now emununkum that's when it comes to corruption. The only president.
Oh, but he has been exonerated of all the charges.
Which charges?
Crown Court, no.
Eka said. I didn't say I'm charging on the exonerated, no. Prosecution, special prosecutor, one case was exonerated, no. One charging, no. And I'm saying charging, so the prosecutor pa no charge, and not just a 1 year bonnet.
Sure.
But you are bonnet, but prosecutor doesn't mean charge wa, mean charge. UK for the say. Airbus for Nankasa Basse. Yes, Ramu, Mufanche. Find a way na yebetua. The Amukani na enokre. Ampa Ghana yekutua bribe. In fact, bribe no, ye defa nipa we so. Na nipa we we friend government official one. Ono ni nipa no oboa yen. Enti on na ye defa ni nua no so, the brain. Ni nua no ni din nie. We nie. All this while, ye nim say government official one, ye nim so age bribe. I don't know. Etije bi enu. UK for report in my investigation. The same investigation we do US, the same government official one or J bribe. Now why na government official one? Who? It was not about whether government official one has taken a bribe or not. It was about who was government official one. And then the only thing special prosecutor Yama so beji to obeka chair so no investigation to say former president Mahama and the government official one. It is not up to special prosecutor to tell us whether obe charge no and are on charge no, but the fact of the matter is that government official one no Airbus for nankasa confess say ye man bra e ma Airbus no educate you anka e wo US any UK dada e di say obe charge no say won charge no ye issue hwe ono pe ni vice president and not akonwa so ono ane president e ma ye hwehwe mu fa no the same plane minim their planes aye no. Okay, so plane.
Negotiations there. Say do baby, say your kind say we are taxing to do this. You way. And you know, Bassa said BBN.
Me was to be very honest with you. Me normally I don't place premium on Sanemo. I only bring it up when more corporate, you try to bring it up. Otherwise, I must. I am penny on penny or taco. Otumiji to me say contractor man eduma be chain Ford car.
O can or the fleet of
cars. Ebia won chichire. President. Ebia chichire mo. Ade no bia won chichire mo. Ejise na won chichire mo no. Saa na enei ozo kasa oba prosecutor no so betimi a chichire mo. Obia won chichire mo sinia. Enye won ko na explanation. Eti me ko gina o party for me nyo no munga say me ba me eno Ghana ha no enye kangaroo na eri yo. Nipa na omuso kwa chirete o zira o chechire mu no nko a ye bo bell 5 atoso ebia so won chechire mu ebia won chechire mu enti I only think say the Ghanaian population no wiser than we were in the past, and that is why the NDC will lose these elections respectfully in all humility.
Now mamimra me hu ade bi o graphic online what now what match graphic online say I think Ebokansa mentioned people calling me a liar. And I thought to myself, at least I'm not being called a murderer, as my boss was, or a drug dealer, or even government official one. It's excellency can as a way. Aye. An influence to what?
Say a book on Zakacha and say, I don't know what transia opponent, but it's true. When you say multimedia for your investigation be, and mom realize you say, and this in fact in their report, how many international group in a year's investigation, their report established say. National Communications Officer of the NDC, Sammy Gyamfy, any NDC for share that senase. When you say online room, a issue algorithm. Say your corner Kwame Nkrumah can say it's modern for. Kwame Nkrumah can say tebia generative content. Kwame Nkrumah can say it's modern for. E bedu baby no. Obo ti modern for Ghana pa. Kwame Nkrumah can say beba.
Yeah, sure.
And you see the number of times I am mentioned. And the investigation of multimedia for and this international group we here in the say. The Baumia is a liar no was a there and this for that tenase a chichire to online. That one is established. Omo yes investigations no. E mo establish it. Enti eno no senior untimi ya hwe. Obi na ye no wa chichira to so. Then na obetumi aye. Enti no kan say oh say we nko na mo beka to me so because bibia o here evidence so chire say ade bia me ka say meye no. Meye. Okay, so your friend is saying,
Baba, why is it I'm not being called a murderer?
Baba, okay, so drone, zipline drone. Some can say zipline drone, no, or the bar I had to buy them put a better than drone to me the moja aqua baby. If you be near the bar for the music I didn't crab her man who are any idea or say Ghana card a beba you bet me to if you almost say impossible. I did be a becker the first one can is bois and so boom and I say some of from a lion quad the come pay a yes is of the from me Udini and a yes is of the from me government official one because government official one day or your crown for and insanity. Eti okawe ya I think some many yadwe and many opa bisa Isaac to which bisa say be friend true for any say be friend Udini and akron for the enope bisa no aye dey na pe adena say from baako say from baako say from baako
na no say na say kwasa kutia bi o
say from baako
okay
eto bia no ne dey enti ono so ne bi onya wafa onu wo change kra
I see where the uncommon me say papa na afa ni ahya ase ai na mame hwe the way forward enra enkautaudi a one manfo nyina di ye no se wo run na apa ekosen
the mechanic say Dr. Mahmoud Bamia wa komapa ema oman Ghana owo adwempa ema oman no owo eniswade hu kese pa ma oman no nokre eye niam na ban ka se ye ba ye be nyina na yetumi aye but ye hwe be bia beduri ene dia wosua ene nimde a wenya as vice president ene ono ankasa kra ne contribution as vice president to oman we be pem na ogidi se sie ma no kwan na ye bo no be yo mampani a didi kan obetumi abo ene pa ya no ho ban na dia anya aka no otumi abo ya no ni ahwe ne de sanu ma no so ayeden aba ade ba ko a ehia tisiru pa going into the future of this country kendinia owo abadaye kendinia owo tema kendinia odon no kre ebedi nanim na ne kase pa ye kendinia owo akukudru emre bia masema meka ne se ye kase obi ye kendini papa enye kendinia ebi ebeka se ohaw ne amanehumba enti no ye kendini papa o na mo kendini papa ye dia ohaw ne amanehunu de beba na mum eba owo sa akukudro na obetumi aka se ohaw aba momen kan ye humbom ni ye humfrim. That is who Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is. He doesn't believe say ye pay na yensaka. In fact, Andrew Crow can say ogidi se start your difficulties and hardships as a country. Nemum ono de nhihye we no gidi se betumi aboa na ye free sa ohanim. Si ye hwe sa nhihye we na ye gidi se oye completely different kind of leader. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is not your regular politician. Onoti we until say ye mudu a politicians dey be fire ye ketekete no me recruit ye mi sokra mo kwabma na be fa me mo fa jare ko elabi ene wo be fa me na odi me ananti mu a ntie mu de obetumi aka che ye de ye tower bread ono de oye bank out in baby e no bank na adwuma ene yakofa no. He's a fine line between politics and technocrat. Emiti na ndra na pola do mo che ka se bi say nyina ya fa ya adwanko say he has changed the face of Ghanaian politics. Before Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, I can yes, our discussions manifesto Ghana. Yeah. And this is for the answer about one so no mkwa matches recruits ye buy say Kotoma Boni no. You will be few years say Kotoma Boni no. Je Kotoma Boni no. In fact, until Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na etu to abama ho fe.
Papa dey anyone for.
O say me so oba me dimpanifo ni chinti me so ne ma.
Na ma enra obi send the people Facebook on social media me say questions no bi wa won she da twatwa mankrofo bi
senior me pe question ba ko a endo ye bisa ya obi be ka say na question a favorable to former president favorable to vice president. No president
something like the crowd obisa scholarship students are
nobody has ever exposed himself in the manner in which Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia exposing him to the media. I'm telling you. And I see him former President Mahama media encounter. In your way, 4 hours of grilling questions. Me na me moderate. Why na me man? Na question is me man question puna. Enti me na me question ma obi say say Bawulaya. And me timo odin. me na me the question mo bisa say we say fundamentals are weak and me na me ma question so be say we say economy nurses are suffering, teachers are suffering, are they so me na me the question and they say me tomorrow. There was not a single question. In fact, it was one of the things that I noticed yesterday. Not a single question yesterday. And I because we a friendly question, my daughter. Now me plenty question me plenty three modern questions here, man. And now the first comment to make you when the questions came, these are tough questions.
Yeah.
Opa, one kasa question video ni biom. Now pick one question. I will say a favorable question. I will say oh dear, miracles plenty. Difficult questions. The things no president would want to talk about. That is what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia talked about. Now tell me, which vice president in the history of this country has subjected himself in the manner in which Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia subjected himself? The man is different. The man is carrying an entire government on his shoulder. Former President Mahama Kronyaa president and Sir Oba Abakache in 2012. He did not carry the government of the NDC and Atamels like Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is carrying it. Everything is on his shoulder. The good, the bad, and the ugly. The man is basically held responsible for everything, and he's taking it. He's just saying it, or on the chest without fear. The difficulties, the challenges, and the successes, the good, the bad, and the ugly. 4 hours of grilling questions. In fact, and young man, I'm stopping now. Because the man simply has nothing to hide. He has nothing to hide. Here, that is why he keeps calling for a debate, you know. Because all person who nipa team wants to compare with me and nasem.
A debate in your mama.
Oh mama, and your force also, and your force. On pan over.
I say we debate in mopa, mum, any electricity, no.
I say yes, you know. When I campaign to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and then Opa Kwabli West, the campaign or you know, I can say we are or the mic is here.
At the town meeting.
Yes. No former president Mama I campaign 8 years still I have been campaign on Wakwahi. Wako saying Obaba Kwan Wako that 1 week.
That is a strategy.
Now why they? Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has taught this country lot more in less than 7 months a year, you know, than former president Mahama. Yene Ghana for din komo, yene ahemfo hia, yene friend say asofo hia, yene trade unions hia, yene mechanics hia, yene teachers hia, yene artisans hia. Omo nyina yede microphone si wo. Or a Youth Connect program, or a program by Youth Connect, or could share the young people in the constituency. Only on class we are not the mic is CEO, or be a beside the question beyond person Bisano. Musi ya Musi media engagement I've many debate Amudiane. I am telling you that nobody in the history of this country, no president, no vice president in the history of this country, and I the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Grano. I mean, with their media engagement, but senior, look at the enormity, the intensity of the conversation yesterday. No journalist was afraid to ask any question. No journalist was holding back in asking any question yesterday in the room. In fact, and in the room, you know, the vice president gave a posture of give me all the hard questions.
And I mean, you call you Sheldon. No, some you know, I was on person.
I observe could you have me? Observe no observe. Me no grass am side friend is an outside third one. So, the fact of the matter is say, and no was 30 pace, no. Say this for say media engagement do ma. Omo fe be free the Dr. Mahmoud.
I say mo lunch Saturday no. And a bomb. It you bomb one am so do already e fan ko same.
Oh, I'm going to try. I'm going to be a channel the same degree.
Political press out.
Baby. Political strategy will be answered to be on here. And when we guide them, Kekano. The politics. Opa, you're the I didn't hear no man trust your man here. I had manifesto lunch last week as on my day. I don't have manifesto lunch on my end the same day. Now, we have manifesto lunch last week. I did chance over a week later. Now, time I manifesto lunch, no. And I determined on time my own Diana. When I decide to obey media engagement July, and I'm saying media August. In fact, media engagement, I can show you evidence of it. Our original date was 26 June.
Okay.
Long before the NDC did their media engagement. And I told Satana and person obey truncating the original tour. Next year they be only original tour. Now later yes. So what does it got to do with anything? Now Mupano manifesto, dear Pano Mukaya Yenteda. Everything in their manifesto is coming from their 2012 manifesto, or their 2020 manifesto. Okada ya die bimpa naka. Yeah, the kasi be nyina ya se be one on so me two. Se be two on so me three. That's all. There's nothing else. Mo so ya mo se ya copy manifesto. Mo so ya mo se ya manifesto ni empty. Mo de na empty ana because ya copy mo. Sa wo se ya copy wa. Wo se mo manifesto ya copy mo. E na no mo ka. Mo se wi mo se ya de na empty.
And empty sense mudi bi de no copy.
Empty na empty no. Then say na mo se mudi na say copy empty thing. And this are you copy empty thing. Senior, we have government to run. The teachers of this country, the nurses, the doctors, the masons, the mechanics, the lawyers, people want solutions to your day-to-day problems. And Dr. Mahmoud Bamia is willing and ready to fix these challenges. When you ignore NDC for, they should present to the people of this country a credible leader. To be a presentation, I ever support you.
And ye better say pa the enim say we nye ayi da ba ko enim say oboko so aba na ya church nsem na bibia so ay kama opani a ene ye ne di nkomo e wa afidie so Dennis Miracle aboagye na ye home so aba ye ba na fe nkomo ho do ho ye ne ndi ato asa.
Okay FM 101.